Hello and welcome back to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League to round two, race two of our Aston Martin GR4 Sunday Championship. So race one, what a blinder that was. Some cracking racing going on in the middle, the end of that race in the midfield. And, well, a bit more of that would be lovely. Aspect with a good win in the end in race one. So here we are, race two then. Only 16 laps actually on this one. And, well, we've got the medium and hard tyres to contend with in this one, as you know, in race two. So minimum 2 laps on the hard tyres at any point. So let's go through this grid then, going into this second race and reverse grid as well, as we see the cars heading up towards the final corner here at the WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna, Seca. Right, so Vane is in pole position. We've got Dan in second, Crossbones in third, Taff in fourth, Sight in fifth, Firepower sixth, Conrod in seventh, ICB in eighth, Blackstar in ninth, Carlsberg in 10th, Silly Shot 11th, and Aspect in 12th. So Vane leading them off then ahead of Dan in second, who had a nightmare with the tyres there, didn't he, Dan, in race one? Just completely fell to bits at the end there. And, ended up in coming in 10th place, I think it was, 10th or 11th. Crossbones almost outbroke himself there, but did well, almost hit the back of Dan, but a little bit of twitching going on from Taff. So I don't know if that's the lag or his car. Still got a bit of lag there, hasn't he, Taff? Sight in 5th place, Firepower 6th. Good race for Firepower actually, race one. Conrad, who had an interesting race, leading it for a while at the start, and then went off on his own mistake, never recovered really. Did well to get back through the field, but didn't quite get enough at the end to get back to the front in the end. But Firepower there, it's in 6th place, but Crossbones looking really strong there in 4th place. I think he looked like he was eyeing up a move back down there through the kink. Whether he succeeded or not, but still there in 4th place. Cy 5th, Firepower 6th, Conrad 7th, ICB in 8th, Blackstar 9th, Carlsberg 10th, Silly Shot in 11th, and Aspect still in 12th place. Hard tyres for Aspect, Silly Shot also on the hard tyres, hards for Carlsberg, mediums for Blackstar, ICB with the hards, hards for Conrad, hards for Firepower, Cy on the hards for Crossbones, mediums for Taff, Vane on the hards, and hards for our leader Dan, who's taken the lead. So it's only a couple of drivers out there actually who on the medium tyres. Dan must have took that lead some way back there, but well, let's hope his tyres are a little bit better this time. Start from hard tyres. It's all about how many laps they're going to do. Are they going to do a long stint on the hard tyres and then finish on the mediums? Are they just going to do the 2 of 2 and then change immediately to the medium? So let's see what the strategies and how they play out. So Vane and Taff in third. Sure, I'm going to be able to focus too much on Taff with that lag going on. Hopefully it will clear. He's in third place, chasing down Vane. He's going to have a go now. Vane had a good run out of there, Taff. You can make up time actually through that right-hander. If you get that right, it's definitely where you can make up a lot of time through this section here. Down on the brakes to the left-hander. Taff's got that done into 2nd place ahead of Vane in 3rd. Cy in 4th. Crossbones 5th. Conrad 6th. Firepower 7th. I've got Blackstar in 8th. CB in 9th. So race is Firepower going to have. He had to look like some pace, didn't he? Race 1. So we see Conrad having a go at Crossbones. Right in the middle of the 2 Golf team cars at the moment is Team Texaco driver Conrad. He's going to have a go at Crossbones now, is he? No, he's not. Might as well leave it to turn 1 now, I reckon. No point in risking too much as Blackstar has a look at firepower. I don't think he got that done, no. Crossbones runs it out wide, so what sort of run does Conrad get? Ahead of them, we've got Sight. He's moving up. Looks like he's eyeing up a move for turn one, and actually, is he going to get it done? He's not, but he's right up behind Vane. Everyone as they were. Going through Andretti corner. All good from Conrad, but he's on the outside now, going in this right-hander, so that's not going to work. Crossbones is going to take or keep that 5th place, but round the outside goes Conrad. As I say, you can make up some time here. Exactly what he done. Sai also took Vane at the same time, I think, so good move from a couple of the drivers there. Oh, and who's gone round there? It's Conrad. Don't believe it. Championship leader has done it again now. Was that a touch or was it his own doing again? So 5th place, he's just taken Crossbones around the outside. Didn't give it too much, didn't he? He's done exactly the same on the gravel, and that's what I said. Go a little bit offline, and that's what happens. And you're losing, hemorrhaging positions very, very quickly. Back to 12th he goes, so right at the back now. Come on, he's got to do it again. On them hard tyres. Back to what he'd done before, to where he was in race 1, so repeat almost of what happened in race 1. Unbelievable scenes here. In race 2 with Conrad, our championship leader. So Dan, second in the championship, didn't have a great race 1 because of his tyres, is leading it here. So this is if he can stay ahead of Conrad, who's obviously down now, back in 12th place. Still going to be very tight up there. Crossbones is coming, so he has done his minimum of 2 on the hard tyres. Dan knocks in another fastest lap, 1:31.9 for Dan. I don't think he's going to have any problems with the hard tyre and the wear on this race. He's trying to pull as far a gap as he can out in front. Tough still in second. In fact, teammate, Vodafone teammates, isn't it? 1 and 2 at the moment. So good for that team. And to be fair, quite a big gap back then to Vane in 3rd. Sai 4th. Firepower and Blackstar now fighting it out. It's like Firepower just made a little mistake there, because Blackstar like a little bit more pace and trying to go around the outside. And again, didn't think it was possible to go around the outside there, but Firepower did give him some room. Carlsberg in 7th, Silly Shot in 8th. Silly Shot's now coming into play. Oh, Firepower hit that curb hard. Again, got away with it. He did it in race 1 and got away with it. Done it again, but pays the price. A 2nd penalty for cutting the corner there. Not sure what I'd prefer. A 2nd penalty. Oh, Blackstar's off now. Just got it wrong for the corkscrew, and it gives Firepower the opportunity to get back, but then of course he's got the 2nd he's got to take off. But yeah, well, I prefer the 2nd penalty or spinning in the gravel in that instance. But as we see Carlsberg attacking Silly Shot, Firepower's going to get rid of that 2nd now. He's going to lose a couple of places, back to 8th he goes, but drag race now between Carlsberg and Silly Shot up to Andretti corner, turn 1. Start of lap 5. Silly Shot. Carlsberg just backed out, although he's staying on the inside. If you can actually stay there, you can get round. If you can get the tighter line, as we've seen, stay on the inside, on the outside, and then work your way round. It does work if you can keep it there. Conrad's recovered a bit actually from last place, now in 9th. So what's happened to the back 3? There's been some dramas going on here, isn't there? Oh no, these must have come in. This is all on medium tyre, so these are the these are your guys that have come in and done their stop already. That's why there's such a big gap. Crossbones, Aspect and ICB have come in. So what about our leader? Let's have a look, Dan. He's staying out on the hards at the moment. Teammate still in 2nd, Taff. The fastest lap last time around for Dan at 1:31.919, which was about 300ths of a second quicker than his previous one, and then just knocks in another one, a 1:31.5 this time. So another 4/10 off there. Oh, now Black Star's beating that with a 1:31.0. So Black Star's obviously got some pace now. Let's have a look where he is. 5th place for Black Star. Again, good exit. Little mistake from side there. Let's have a look. Was that a little mistake from side? Looked like he was just a bit too slow there, so I reckon it was a little mistake. He just got his wheels on the... There was a little touch there, and then he hit the inside curb, did sight, and then it's that one, and yeah, and there you go. A little back end there, a little twitch. Black Star goes past, says thank you. Side back to 5th, and Black Star with that run on Vane. Vane's going to be taken here if he's not careful. Covers it well though, does Vane. Black Star though, it's like he's got a bit of pace again from Black Star. In 4th place, trying to get past Vane down here at the kink. Vane's got the inside line, but Black Star sticks it out there, and my goodness me, another great move around the outside. Look aside, even further on the outside. He might as well be in that trees out in the background there. He's so far out to the right, but gets it done. Does he get his stop though? He doesn't. Oh, inside, straight across it, and that was ambitious, I've got to say, but it was worth a go, wasn't it? He had some play, like a double, almost a double slipstream going up the hill towards the corkscrew. Stayed well out on the right hand side, almost out of the track limits, and but on the outside of the corkscrew, yeah, it was always going to be heading for disaster there. So good try, but unfortunate for side. Back to 7th place is Vane now just getting swallowed up a little bit, dropping back down to 4th. Silly Shots past him, Black Star's past him, but we do have a new leader as Dan and Firepower are in, and it's Taff. So from one Vodafone leader to another, number 172 or 1967 or whatever number he feels like he wants this week, Taff. We don't know, but anyway, doesn't matter, does it? He's our leader, and that's all that matters, and that's all he cares about. As Dan, his teammate, changes onto the medium tyres for the second part of this race. Quite halfway through yet, but almost. Black Star in second. Cleared all the traffic now as Black Star. It's only got our leader Taff to contend with, but still got to come in for a stop, of course. Silly Shot in 3rd. Again, came in the 2nd, didn't he, in race 1, and here just been keeping himself to himself, Silly Shot. Keeping out of trouble, and here he is in 3rd as Conrad does a bit of rallying now on the outside through the corkscrew. Obviously pushing hard again. Let's have a look at that dramatic exit there. Looked okay, didn't it, there? And then, well, I don't know, it just kind of had a big twitch, and then fortunately you do have that bit of concrete runoff and the barrier to knock it back into play, but fortunately no damage either, so got away with it big time there, did Conrad. Normally when you have a bit of a mistake at the corkscrew, it does normally end up a lot worse than that. So Conrad then in 5th place. These have all still got to stop. Sai in 6th. All still running at hard tyre. I mean, they could, if they think it's the better tyre, run it right up to like 14 if they wish. The fuel looks good, in fact. Maybe the fuel will be okay actually. Maybe not have to worry about fuel here in race 2. Of course, it is different, isn't it, for some of the categories. In GR3s it's a lot higher the fuel consumption, so maybe not as high here in the GR4s, thinking about it. Because I was looking at it thinking, I mean, they've still got a lot of fuel, but that's probably why. Side kicking up a lot of dust. Behind Conrad, and Conrad now taking Vane up the hill towards Corkscrew on the outside. Good move from Conrad. Let's see if he can get it round it better this time. Yeah, a little bit more cautious through there that time. Up to 4th place for Conrad as Vane fights back. Oh, and that isn't a passing place there. Looks like it is. It's very wide, that left-hand around there, but the apex end closes in. Becomes very, very tight. Would have been a big accident there if those two had collided. So Conrad, another twitch from Conrad. Vane's going to have a little go at this. Down here at Andretti corner. Named after Mario Andretti. This double apex left-hander. Oh, Conrad out wide. That might just be his line through there. You can go wide and then cut it back. So go round the right-hander. Again, this one is where you can make up the time if you get a good exit out here. And through this next one, just a little lift. Get close to that curb. Out the other side, and I say, good drive down towards this next left-hander. Let's go on board with Vane, actually. He's got side behind him, Conrad in front of him now as they just clip this inside there. Up rail straight. After Bobby Rahal. Up towards the corkscrew. Right up on top of the world here. Look at this, look, drop down. Down the other side, down through this Rainey curve now. Named after Wayne Rainey, the motorcycle champion. And then, again, lovely corner this one. Use all that on the left towards the final corner. So we've now got Taff and Silly Shot in. So it means Black Star is now our leader. Yet to pit Black Star. So it's a Texaco 1 and 2 with Conrad now, who made him way up to second place. But Dan's the man we've got to keep our eye on, because he was a leader before he came in to do his stop. He's come out on the medium tyres. As we see, Vane and Sy still fighting it out for third and fourth place. That final place on the podium. Got a fairly big gap, but of course again, we've got to come in for their stops yet. Which is why I say keep an eye on Dan and Aspect. Whose Aspect's now got the fastest lap of 1:30.0, so almost into the 29s for Aspect, and there's a yellow flag. And why we got a yellow flag? Someone's off. Who's that? It's Conrad again. I do not believe it. He's spending more time in the gravel than on the, and it's all the same, just getting that back wheel on the gravel, and disaster. This is not going to help him because he's got to come in for his stop still, and he's fourth, and he's going to be Dan. The man is going to be closing in fast in fifth place, and now you can see his rival ahead of him on track, knowing that he's done his stop. He can go to the end, probably knowing that Conrad can't. So this could be a switch of fortunes, couldn't it? Dan with his tyre issues in race 1. Conrad with excursions here in race 2. It'll be fascinating to see what the point situation is at the end of this race. As we see Black Star now in. Conrad comes in now. So Conrad does finally make his move in pit lane. But Dan will be our effective leader once Vane, Sy go in, but they're still having their own little private battle up here. Vane in the lead in first with Sy in second. Not thinking about their pit stops at the minute, are they? They're battling hard. Fortunately for them though, Dan isn't far off behind them in third. But if they can get in and get out fairly quickly, still can pick up some pretty decent points. Vane doing a great job out front at the moment, keeping Sy behind him. Look at Aspect into the 29s, a 1:29.8 I've just seen. So he really is pushing. See where he is on track. He's in fourth place, not that far behind Dan, but clearly he's pushing hard to get himself into the 1:29s. There's Dan at the top of the hill, just going into the corkscrew. So certainly looking at a second place for now, but he'll definitely be eyeing up that lead if he can get himself on the back of Dan. And so 1:29.8 through Aspect. Dan at 1:31 is his fastest, so a good couple of seconds quicker at the moment is Aspect. So with that in mind, with 5 laps to go, still plenty of time for Aspect to get something out of this race. But to the point, let's have a look at these two. Still battling hard, still Vane, still Si, first and second. I hope they don't forget they've got to change. Getting grossed in this battle. Oh, and there's a little mistake from Vane. Kicking up the dust, and that's going to allow Si through. Good move. Yeah, great move from Si. Takes the lead here on lap 12. So the Red Bull livery. Aston Martin now takes the lead ahead of the Monster Energy car of Vane. But with all that fighting, look who's behind them. Oh, and he's that's a bit wide there at the bottom of the hill. But Dan, he's pushing hard, isn't he? Oh, he's got it wrong there at the corkscrew as well. Just needs to calm down. He's got plenty of time. He's done his stop. He knows them two ahead of him still got to come in. So he's our effective leader, really. But look who's closing him down quick, and you can see the difference in pace. This is unbelievable pace from Aspect. Still at 1:29.8, and there you go. There's the shot, your top 4 shot there. But Vane and Dan, they are leaving it right to the very end, aren't they, to get their change done. But this is where the battle really is. Dan and Aspect, 3rd and 4th, but 1st and 2nd. Effectively. Aspect looks like he's just gonna sit behind Dan for the time being. Three and a half laps to go. Is Aspect gonna show his cards early or straight away, or is he gonna hold it out until here at the end? If it was me, I think I'd go for it the soonest opportunity. Before you know it, the laps will be running out. I think by the time you worry about that, I think you just got to get it done when you can, of course. And there you go, there's Si and Vane are in. So this is our leaders now. We've got Dan and Aspect 1 and 2, and it's going to come down to these two to the end. 3 laps to go. At least Dan's got some tyre left this time. Aspect with a bit more tyre. Both on the medium tyres. Both find it out at the front. Both within a victory here in race 2 at Laguna Seca. Not much in it at all. I think Aspect, he is just, he's down a little bit. I think he's just playing the wait till the end card before making his move. Dan's obviously pushing as hard as he can, but visually you can see the Aspect is a lot quicker. Now is this the time? Not here at the corkscrew, it isn't. So maybe Aspect will just try and get a bit closer before they get to the start or finish straight, and then maybe eye up a move at turn 1. That's the obvious passing place. Or here at the final corner is also another opportunity, but Dan's covering it. So still in second. If Dan didn't know he was there before, now. He does for sure now. His mirrors are full of yellow and black sketches. Aston Martin of Aspect, and here we go. Got to be a move on. Dan's going to obviously cover. Now who's going to get the line? Switch back for Aspect maybe. Does Dan keep it tight? He does keep it tight, so he closes that door when that opportunity for Aspect. It's as close as it's obviously been all race, and another little nibble there. Still close, but what a battle this is. We need to be looking at the other people as well, so let's just go back quickly. Taff is under pressure from Silly Shot in 4th. Then we've got ICB in 5th, Crossbones in 6th, Black Star in 7th, Carlsberg in 8th, Firepower 9th, Conrad in 10th, Vane 11th, and Cy in 12th. We know, but we've got to go back to this fight at the top here between Aspect and Dan on the penultimate lap. Is there going to be a mistake between these? Is there going to be a move from Aspect? Or is Dan going to hold it there and defend for his life for the last lap? Well, sit back, folks. Let's find out. Because we are about to start the final lap as they go through the final corner for the second to last time. And here we go, little twitch from Dan. That might be the opportunity for Aspect to have a go down here at turn 1. Again, Dan's going to cover. Dan's going to have a bit of a neck ache now because he's probably looking left and right at his mirrors and wants to be looking forward a little bit, but great job at the moment defending. Aspect though, looking a little bit more frustrated there. Now can he do the switch back here? That's the opportunity for Aspect. Great move if he can get it done. What a move. Oh, side by side, and then whoa, and there's a little bit of a rub there. An Aspect to first place. Dan in second. Didn't quite manage to hold on, did he? Let's just have a quick look at that move though. Quite get to see it there, did we? It's gone ball from ball of Aspect, shall we? There's Dan on the outside. Well, I think he just ran it wide actually, Dan, if I'm honest. Didn't really see any touch there, but close driving. So Aspect does get the lead though from Dan in second. Just had to concede that in the end. I think Dan Aspect clearly with a lot more pace. Aspect, who's in third in the championship, is going to get, well, it'll be a double victory, won't it, actually? Here at Laguna Seca for Aspect, assuming Dan doesn't do something here in the final few corners. Might as well see it through to the end now as we watch them coming through to the end. Aspect, great driving in the end there from him. One of the early ones to come in and pit, along with Dan. Paid dividends in the end, comes through. Another victory, double victory for Aspect. Congratulations to him. Dan, with a valiant effort, comes in second place. Great driving, a great battle between them two. Silly Shot coming in third, so that's back up his second place in race 1. So he's had a good evening's work, hasn't he, Silly Shot? So third place for him. Taff with a penalty, just about going to hold off ICB. Does get fourth. ICB 5th. Crossbones in 6th. Black Star in 7th. Carlsberg in 8th. Closely followed by Firepower in 9th. So all close there. Vane's going to get 10th. Cy in 11th. And a disaster for Conrad in 12th in the end. A really eventful round for him. Fastest lap though for Conrad, a 1:29.6 in the end. So he did get that, I suppose, which is a bonus. But well, that is your round 2 here at the WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. And I think the next round actually is not far away, still in the States at the Trial Mountain venue. So join me for round 3. And well, can't wait for that. And well, see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.